Hello, fellow farmers. Thanks a bunch to all of you who have subscribed. I really appreciate it. If you're new, please consider subscribing if you find my content useful. Now let's get to today's topic, which is all about skinning. In this video, I'll be showing you the best places I've found for harvesting the various types of leather. You may want to bookmark it, as you'll be able to use it for reference in the future. Here's what we have on the menu for today. I've broken the video up into sections, so feel free to hop to whatever you're in the mood for. Rockfang Leather and Resilient Leather are up first. I've grouped them together, because the ravenous Rockfangs that we'll be farming drop both.
Watch over you.
Let's take the flight path to Timberstep Outpost in the Onahran Plains. Once you arrive, fly over to Rockfang Ravine. Now just kill and skin all the Rockfangs in the area. It should be non-stop action, as they will respawn as fast as you can kill them. Just a quick note about Resilient Leather farming. There are other options available, like the Hyperspawn Deer Farm in the Emerald Dream Zone. It's actually a better Resilient Leather farm than this Rockfang farm. However, the Rockfangs do hyperspawn as well. They're just a little more spread out. That deer farm is also super buggy when solo farming, so I chose to stick with this one for both Rockfang and Resilient Leather. Up next, we've got Knothide Leather. Head to your faction's portal room and hop in the portal to the Caverns of Time. When you arrive, fly down to the bottom of the cavern and hop in the Instance Black Morass. Run around and aggro all of the crocolisks. The jaguars are skinnable as well. If you want to boost your gold making, you can also grab all of the spiders as they drop silk, but you won't be able to skin them. Unlike some instances, you can run around this entire zone aggroing everything without fear of it dropping aggro. Now it's time for Borean Leather. We've actually got a few options, like the Ruby Sanctum or Obsidian Sanctum raids in Dragonblight. However, I'm going to give Oculus, in the Borean Tundra, the slight advantage. Nice short pull with a decent number of mobs, which can all be skinned. Head to your faction's portal room, and hop in the portal to Dalaran. Be sure to head to the Dalaran in Northrend, and not the one in Legion. Head up to the landing, and take the flight path to Transitus Shield. Once you land, fly over to the Nexus, located in the middle of the zone. Don't worry about the exact location of the dungeon on the map, as the entrance to the Oculus instance is located right in the center of the Nexus. Now just gather up all the mobs before the first teleportation gate and skin them. Run back out of the instance, reset, and repeat. Next is Devilsaur Leather. This one is about as easy as they get. Take the flight path over to any location in the Ungoro crater. Fly over to the Devilsaur Queen located here, and then kill and skin her. She respawns quickly, so just repeat until you've collected the amount you require. While the Devilsaur Queen does drop rugged leather as well, there is a much better method to collect it, which is up next. Let's hop over to rugged leather next. For it, we'll want to fly over to Mudsprocket, located in Dustwallow Marsh. When you arrive, fly over to Onyxia's lair. While there aren't many trash mobs in this raid, each one produces quite a bit of leather. Just kill them all, run out, reset, and repeat. If you're not worried about locking yourself out of the instance, kill Onyxia if you haven't before. She's worth a couple of achievements. Surprisingly, she produced far less leather, but I did get a couple of scales that were going for 100 gold apiece. Unfortunately, none of these whelplings are skinnable. Savage Leather is up next. We're headed to one of my favorite farms. I recommend grabbing a potion of treasure finding before heading to Firelands. Head over to the Eastern or Western Earth Shrine, depending on your faction, and hop into the portal to Hyjal. Once you arrive, fly over to the entrance to the Firelands raid. Don't forget to drink your potion of treasure finding, to give yourself a chance to receive tiny treasure chests that will contain extra goodies for you to sell. Head on in and aggro the tortoises and scorpions. The pack of dogs and the core hounds are also skinnable, but they can be more work than they're worth. Once you've skinned them all, head out, reset, and repeat. Up next is thick Clefthoof leather. We're off to Outland. You'll want to take the portal to Shatrath, located in your faction's portal room. You'll then want to fly over to the Garadar area in Nagrand, which is where we'll find quite a few of the mobs that we'll be farming. Clefthoofs can be found throughout most of the zone, so there should be no shortage of mobs to farm. The leather we're after seems to drop fairly often, which is a little surprising considering how much it typically sells for. Let's move on to Dredged Leather. There are very few mobs in the game that produce it. The best spot I've found is over in Nazjatar, which is a zone located in Zondalar. Head over to your faction's portal room and take the portal to Zondalar. Once you arrive, fly over to Captain Rezakun, the island's expedition guy, and take the boat over to Nazjatar.
Can you taste the salt in the air?
Now fly over to this area on the map and farm all of the snapdragons in the area. You can also farm the coyotes in Uldum. They can be found in the Cradle of the Ancients area in that zone. Be sure that you're in the correct time, which should be the current time. You can talk to Zdormi if you're back in the time of Cataclysm. You'll know you're in the correct time period if the coyotes are level 50. Time to move on to exotic leather. Pandaria is the best zone for farming this type of leather. You can head over to the Isle of Giants if you're wanting the opportunity to get one of the raptor mounts and a chance at some of the battle pets. But I prefer to farm the goats in the Valley of the Four Winds. Head to your faction's portal room and hop in the portal to the Jade Forest. When you arrive, fly over to the Flight Master and take the flight path to Stoneplow in the Valley of the Four Winds. Once you arrive, fly up to the plateau circled here. You'll be farming the Stout Shaghorns and the Sky Range Mushans. For thick leather, We're headed to the Sunken Temple dungeon located in the Swamp of Sorrows. The Swamp of Sorrows is located in the Eastern Kingdom, so Horde will likely want to take the Zeppelin from Orgrimmar to Gromgol, and then talk to the Flight Master to fly to Stonehide. Alliance should head to Stormwind and use the Flight Master to fly over to Sorrowguard Keep. Once you arrive, fly over to the Temple of Atal Hakar and make your way down to the entrance of the instance. Gather up the groups of mobs in the first room and skin them. You'll then want to run out of the instance, reset, and repeat. My Warbear Leather farm is also located in the Eastern Kingdom. It's in the Blasted Lands. My closest flight path is Stonehide, in the Swamp of Sorrows. So I hop on the Zeppelin to Gromgol again, and fly over to Stonehide. Once I get to Stonehide, I fly over the hill to the Tainted Forest in the Blasted Lands. You'll be farming the tainted black bears in the area circled on the map. They'll respawn as fast as you can kill them, so just keep making circles in the area. For both light and medium leather, we're headed to the wetlands, to one of our favorite hyperspawns. Horde should hop in the portal to the Twilight Highlands located in the Western Earth Shrine, and then fly west to the Wetland Zone. Alliance should have a flight path directly from Stormwind to the wetlands. Fly over to this area marked on the map. You'll want to stand right where the Ebon Slave Hunters and the Dragon Maw Whelp Stealers are fighting. Set up your macro to target the Ebon Slave Hunters, and then spam the macro for a minute or two. You'll then want to loot and skin all of the mobs. The mobs will pretty much respawn as fast as you can kill them. The best place I've found for farming Stonehide Leather is the Darkheart Thicket, located in Valshara. Head over to your faction's portal room and hop in the portal to Asuna, or use the Dalaran Hearthstone located in your toy box. Once you arrive, head over to the nearest Flightmaster and take the flight path to the Starsong Refuge in Valshara.
How may I help?
Now fly over and enter the Darkheart Thicket dungeon. Pull all of the mobs up to the green barrier. Once you've skinned them all, head out of the instance, reset, and repeat. Fiendish Leather can be skinned from the mobs in the Argus Zone, located in the Broken Isles. Head to Dalaran by either using the Asuna portal in your faction's portal room and fly there, or use the Dalaran Hearthstone in your toy box. Head to the landing in Dalaran and use the Lightforged beacon to teleport to the Vindicar in Argus. Once there, hop down and use the navigation console to transport yourself down to Crockle Hovel. Depending on where you are with the main Argus quest chain, you may actually port right down to the exact location you'll want to be in. If not, just run over to the location marked on the map. The mobs in this area will hyperspawn. The vile fiends are skinnable. If you get skinning quest-related items to drop, be sure to turn them in up on the Vindicar ship, as doing so will improve the number of leather you get from each mob. Coarse leather can be skinned from many of the mobs in Kultiras. However, I prefer to farm the gorillas in Zondalar. Just head to your faction's portal room and hop in the portal to Zondalar. Once you arrive, fly across the bay to Gorilla Gorge marked on the map. Just kill and skin all of the gorillas in the area. The mobs at the start here should respawn by the time you kill and skin all the others further back in the jungle. Finally, we have heavy leather. The consensus appears to be that the Scorpion Pits in Uldaman are the best place to farm heavy leather. However, I prefer farming around Jade Mere Lake in northwest Feralis. Not only is Feralis closer, with me playing primarily Horde, but druids can use Dreamwalk to access the Feralis portal, which spits you out right at my preferred farming spot. If you're not a druid, just take the flight path to Feralis, and then fly up to the area marked on the map. Now kill and skin all the dragonkin in the area, including the whelplings, which have a chance of dropping the emerald whelpling pet. Thanks for watching. I hope you find this leather gathering guide useful.